No, I'm angry all the time. Had a lot to be grateful for. Like it was a good time. You know, we had a lot of fun down there, and you know, Miami, third album. What? You know, when I get in that studio, it's a whole other situation. It's kind of who I am.
X gon' give it to you. Wait for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to you.
I was filming Cradle to the Grave in LA. You know, I was coming up with songs and I was going to the studio after I would finish filming. So Joe Silva got a studio bus, which he put on the movie lot. You know, after filming, we'd go ride the bus and, you know, bang joints out. And I let him hear a couple songs. Like, oh, I need it for the movie. I had to stop letting him hear songs because, you know, it was right, wrong. He's like, I want it for the movie. And then X Gon' Give It To You. That song was supposed to be on my 5th album, but he was like, I need it for the movie. I'm like, all right, fuck it. He's like, I'm gonna shoot the video and all that. And it's like, all right. I said, well, as long as I can do the soundtrack, you can have the song for the movie. I got the soundtrack, so we get the song for the movie. It's all good, but I did want it for my album. I got a huge weight on my shoulders, you know what I'm saying? I'm responsible for my music, you know what I'm saying? And each album has to do many things. Many things. I take that into consideration as I'm recording them, as I'm doing them, you know what I'm saying? I don't take that responsibility lightly.
Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh.
That was Swiss Beats' first record, and that was one of the fastest songs I wrote. I wrote it in about 15 minutes, and I actually didn't want to write it. I didn't want to do that song. The beat was simple and repetitive, you know what I mean? And the flow I came up with was just like so many other songs with so much substance. I was like, the song is like fucking ABCs, like elementary. Niggas wanna die, niggas wanna die, niggas wanna like.
All I know is pain, all I feel is rain. How can I maintain with madness on my brain?
I'm glad I did do it. You know what I mean? You know, I listened. It was like, yo, just do it, you know, just do this. All right. And it worked out. I wrote 2 other songs that same night. I wrote Fucking With D and Let Me Fly that same night. So it was like, all right, I can do this. Like, all right, you want it? Here, whatever. I would never revisit it because, I mean, we did a remix to it, but like, I wouldn't do another version of it because it is its own thing. You know what I'm saying? And that was Wire's idea. You know, we always, you know, we fuck with the hood anyway, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, yo, we gotta get the pikes in there and do this. And I'm like, all right, you know, let's do it. That was my second video. You know, the first video, Get At Me Dog in the Tunnel, crazy. You know what I mean? It was like, yo, we gotta take it to the streets. I'm like, all right, let's do it.
What's my name? DMX, and I be the best. You see the rest, they looking like they need a rest.
Let me see, that was the 3rd album in Miami. I recorded a joint, and Irv brought me that beat. Irv Gotti brought me that beat. We were almost finished with the album. He's like, yo, I got the fucking banger for you. And so he put on, I was like, oh, come on, damn. Like, that shit's crazy. It's just like, yeah, I wrote that kind of fast too.
Anger in it, which I always feel like people never want to admit that they're angry about something.
No, I'm angry all the time. Like, it was a good time. You know, we had a lot of fun down there. And Miami, 3rd album, what? You know, when I get in that studio, it's a whole other situation. It's like, fuck you, suck my dick, get the fuck out of here, and bitch ass nigga, I'll kill you. Like, you know, it's kind of who I am.
What that means is that I'll tell money bye-bye and pop him in his right eye.
Sometimes people want to feel worse. You know what I mean? They don't always want to feel better. Like however the fuck you want to feel, there should be a song that helps you feel that way. You know what I'm saying? That you could just ride to and then, you know, just feel like you want to feel. Who the fuck wants to be happy all the time? You get taken advantage of all the time. Nobody will take you serious. Happy all the time. Get the fuck out of here.
Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here.
Now, that was the second to last song I did on my 3rd album. And I'm thinking the album's done. And here comes Swiss with this fucking beat. I'm like, whoa, my God, this shit is crazy. Like, right, I thought, you know, it was hit with What's My Name. And then then Swiss hit me with Party Up. And I was like, bananas. You know, and I feel like I had something to prove, too. You know what I mean? Because at that point, I was the only artist in history had their first 2 albums debut at #1, and I have 2 platinum albums in 1 year. So I'm like, I gotta do it again. I'm like, all right, like, you know, motherfuckers think it's a joke. Like, all right, I'm gonna show you something. It took me 13 years to get a fucking record deal. You know, you go get more than a couple albums out of me. Well, for one, I didn't make it for the club. The beat is for the club. I just spit some real shit to it. Like, all right, you give me a beat that people can dance to, I'll spit some shit that motherfucker can beat somebody up to. It's a good combination. You kind of want the best on your music if you're gonna do music. You know what I mean? Like, all right, I can get X on this. They know I'm gonna do it justice. I'm gonna give it a long, long life. It's called Party Up, but it's very disrespectful. It's very disrespectful.
What's it like hearing that song?
It feels good. It's good. Again, it confirms another thing I've dared to believe, that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, my music is not just for the moment. It's forever. That was the second to last song I did on the Grand Champ album. That was also my friend Kato's favorite song. He was there when I recorded it, because I did it in Chicago. Remember, D brought the beat to Chicago, and I heard the joint, and I was like, immediately, like, oh, that. I was in love with that beat when Kane did it. You know, but I like the way they revamped it, you know what I'm saying? And it became something else. You know, like a couple of days after I recorded the song, I went to LA, and he met me out there. You know, and when he came in the room, he was singing it. Where the hood at? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a, you know, because Chicago is all about the hoods, different neighborhoods, and you know what I'm saying? You know, it fit.
Is it tough to perform that song now with that memory?
Nah. I celebrate his life. The success that the song obtains has nothing to do with the reason why I make it, or the process that I use to make it. If it blows up, it blows up. You know what I'm saying? But I know I come from a real place when I make these songs. You know what I'm saying? And I don't compromise. I'm one of the harshest critics of my own music. You know what I'm saying? I have to impress myself each time. So, you know, each song has to be better than the last.